Hello everybody, I'm your old friend Bruce. Today is 13th March 2020. So I'm in my new room. This is a new room that I rent for myself. And I got my salary on 10th March 2020. Then I decided to rent a new room for myself because I want to record some new videos for you, for those who want to learn English. 大家好，我是大家老朋友 Bruce， 今天是2020年3月13号。发了工资以后呢，我决定要租一个新房子。那么租新房子可以看到，就是为了给大家讲视频，给大家讲职业规划，给大家讲英语。So, if you don't mind, I'd like to give you a brief introduction about myself. So, before I do it, there are several questions we have to figure it out. So, am I a qualified master of English? I'm not sure, but I got a higher score in IELTS test. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to give you a brief introduction about myself. I was born in a small village of Henan province. I'm a man with lower degree. I finished the study just in junior high. I never been to senior high, even college, university for study. But I didn't give up. I have been learning English for more than 12 years. I went to Shenzhen for work at the age of 15. I went to Beijing for work at the age of 16. I started to learn English at the age of 18 while I was working as a security guard in SIPO. So SIPO is a abbreviation of a apartment who protects intellectual property. So SIPO is an abbreviation of State Intellectual Property Office of the People's Republic of China. So I was working as security guard there, and I've been to the hotspots in Beijing. I've been to Great Wall, Forbidden City. I have seen so many foreigners, but I couldn't speak English at the time. I wanted to be good, but I just didn't know how. I was ashamed of my appearance. I want to learn English, but I couldn't find someone to help me. Then I went to internet cafe where a lot of people playing computer games, and I was different from them. I knew that if I didn't make an effort now, 10 years later, I would be a loser. So I searched the method of learning a foreign language over the internet. Then I searched the method about quiz English and other method of learning English. So the way I learn English mostly imitate quiz English. And I spent 2 months salary. At the time I earned 2008. At the time I earned 1,600 per month. 12 years ago, in SIPO, and I was doing for 12 hour, extra hour. The company pay me the extra fee. So I spent 2 months salary to buy an electronic dictionary, which was very useful. Then at the time, the dictionary, the producer who made the electronic dictionary, and their official website provides so many free materials which fits different dictionary. I downloaded so many materials about learning English from the 0 to 100, from beginning to the bigger world. I learned English step by step. It took me 3 months to know pronunciation. I just graduated from junior high. I know nothing about English. How do I learn? How can I learn? I had no one to help me, no one could teach me. I was really lonely. I felt so bad about myself. I learned English from pronunciation. I know I'm a smart guy. I was a smart guy. I know how to conquer English. And let me close the window. So I learned English step by step. So every year, millions of graduates finish their study from the school, from famous university, no matter 211 or 985. They don't even know which phonetic symbol they learn from school. Phonetic symbol they learn from teachers, from their classmates. They always emphasize the importance of learning English, but they have no idea which phonetic symbol they learn from school. There are at least three phonetic symbols. IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, and the KK, Thomas Knott and James Kim, 2 famous linguists, and DJ, Daniel Jones. Okay, I've been to the Shanghai Tower, the Shanghai Oriental Tower. I was at the top. I've been to Burj Khalifa, okay? So I have sounds of story available to tell you guys, but you have to be patient to listen to me. Let me get things back on track. I learned English step by step. I had no one to help me. So you don't even know which phonetic symbol you learned. But there are 3 phonetic symbols, IPA, KK, and DJ, and our textbooks uses the IPA, but pronunciation from the America or UK, because different textbook, different materials uses different pronunciations. For example, when we listen to the tape, lesson 1, lesson 2, kind of like this, okay? Yeah. Actually, to master each language of linguistics is not easy to break. You have to be patient, hardworking. You have to find out what went wrong before you began it. So this is something really special, okay? I'm trying to slow down my speed, allow you to catch it. This is really important part for you to learn English. So you have to prioritize the things that you have to do. For example, let me close this one. For example, number 1. So how much is the quantity of your vocabulary? Vocabulary is essential of learning English. For example, maybe I have mastered at least 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 English words. So if I haven't mastered enough English words, I won't be able to speak English without thinking. Number 1, pronunciation. Work on your pronunciation. So just listen to the English radio, listen to the TV channel, download some materials that is useful, that is official, and you can find it on website, no matter Baidu, even Google. If you have the access to the outside world, you can download it. You can watch it on Google, on YouTube. Okay. Usually, we regard the English, an American TV show, the origin of English is official English. So most of the time we listen to the official English, which make a contribution to our English proficiency. So if you listen to Chinese English, you won't be able to speak an excellent English. This is the key. This is how I improve my English. So at the beginning, it was very difficult for me to learn an English. I'm a beginner. I had no one to help me. I know less than 100 English words. I have no idea what should I do. I feel lonely. So I was insane. Now I'm crazy, okay? So you have to learn. You have to learn step by step. So number one, work on your pronunciation. What you have to do is just to follow the instructions that you find it in English videos that created by the English teacher over the internet. This is really different. This is really important. But if you are obsessed with the British accent, I mean the Queen accent, you can imitate it. A lot of girls are obsessed with the British accent. I think this is a good thing. For example, good morning, how are you? What can I do for you? Probably I can't imitate it correctly, but I can do it. So number two, you have to memorize English words, at least 20 per day. At least 20 per day, day by day. Knowledge began to accumulate while one talked to another by means of speech. This is really useful for you. So sometimes the idea come up. Sometimes we come up with some ideas, but we couldn't blurt it out. We couldn't blurt it out because we don't have enough quantity of vocabulary, so we can't express our feelings. So so what I'm talking right now is hardworking. For 10 years, for more than 10 years, I remember English words every day, even till now. So currently I'm learning at least 4 different languages. So number one is English, number two is French, because both English and French have something common in vocabulary and grammar. Number three, Spanish. Number 4, German. Number 5, Italian. Number 6, Swahili. Okay. I can count numbers in different languages. For example, English. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. French. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50. Even Spanish. Okay, let me Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can say hello in different languages. Ciao, buongiorno. Okay, let me get things back on track. Number 1, work on pronunciation. Number 2, memorize English words. Number 3, learn the English grammar. Do you know the reason why you can't organize your language before saying it? Because you don't know where you should put the verb, the noun, or junction in the right position before saying it. 你不知道你如何该把这些东西放在正确的位置，因为你不懂语法。You have to learn that, right? So don't. Firstly, we have to figure out what the noun is. Noun is name, is something special. What is the adjective? Adjective is a word we use to describe something. As TV so big. So this is TV so big. Okay. TV. This TV is so big. So do not read so many pages about English grammar. Just read it, 1 page per day. Today is the noun, next day is the grammar. The next day is the adjective. So just memorize day by day. This is me. I was drinking a cocktail in a Starbucks in Shanghai, a famous Starbucks Reserve roastery shop. So number 4, listen to the English radio. So I want to emphasize that the listen to the English radio is the really important part of learning a foreign language. Listen to the English radio is really important before you sing it. So imagine that when we were young, 3 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, 10 years old, before we grow up, 3 years old before, we listen to our parents, we listen to the mother tongue, we listen to somebody, we listen to the people who around me before we grow up. So there must be a period of time of being silenced before we see it, before sing it. This is really important. This is essential. So we have to listen to it before we sing it. So English also, we have to listen to English radio every day, have an hour, 1 hour, an hour when we take a bus, take the train to work. When we go home, we could listen to English radio. It was very, very useful for it. So I have been talking for 18 minutes because I'm staring the camera with the clock. Life is so hard, Life is not easy, but how you conquer it, how you conquer the obstacles, how you fight against the obstacles is really important. So today's first day. Remember, guys, time is the key to the success. Time is the key to everything. Result is the key. Result is the key to the success. This is my propaganda. I created these 2 phrases. Okay, everybody. Later I will introduce another PowerPoint to you to give you a brief introduction about how to make a plan for the future, how to make your plan every day. 大家好，我是大家老朋友 Bruce。那马上就要结束了，我刚才用英文讲了大概有20分钟的时间。那么我是自学英语，我从2008年在国家知识产权局当保安以来自学英语，现在学了有12年的时间了。但不是说每年都在学，最开始的时候放弃过4到5年。那现在呢，又学了大概连续学了大概有7、8年、8、9年的时间。那大家经历的我也经历过，所以说不要着急。 那大家呢学习的方法一定要掌握好，听说读写，听说读写，听是第一位，因为在你说话之前，你肯定要听的。就刚刚我提到的，我们母语式学习法，我们在3岁没有说话之前，我们一直要听父母讲话，先听后说，对，儿童学习法，先听后说，看到他再说，这是一个比较方便的好的方法。听说读写，读呢也是一个非常有效的方法去练你的口语。如果你不知道怎么讲，那你肯定要先记10篇课文，先记1000个单词，然后呢去巩固你的读。听说读写，写也是很重要的。你光知道怎么读怎么听说，你不知道怎么写，不知道单词怎么拼也是不行的。所以说听说读写每一个都是相辅相成，大家一定要注意好，一定要仔细的去研究，仔细的去开拓思维。那么坚持还是最重要的。So the perseverance is the key to success. No matter what you are doing, there's some way you can learn. Yeah. You can learn from the reality, from something. God will bless you as long as you hard work. So right now I have no trouble speaking English. To initiate a conversation, to hold a meeting to the public, I have no trouble to speak English. So I have no trouble to give their speech in English. So this is my advantages, one of my advantages. I hope you guys could learn that well. I hope you guys could make something that's extraordinary, which can change your life, which can change your destiny. So let's carry on. 大家一定要坚信自己，不要放弃。那么，因为你无路可走，因为你是没有学历，对吧？Certificate plays critical role in the job hunting. 就学历在中国很重要，你没有它的话，第一道门槛你过不去。所以说你要Actually, there's a huge gap between the people with lower degree and the people with higher degree. So, 这个东西很重要的，大家一定要下功夫，一定要用心，好不好？那么希望大家可以，如果大家有疑问的话，可以关注我的公众号 Bruce， 我的英文名叫 Bruce。Because I'm big fans of martial arts, so Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li are my favorite martial artists. So Bruce 带你学英语看世界。Bruce 带你学英语看世界。我的喜马拉雅 FM 是京城往事。我的 YouTube 是 Bruce and China。所以说每次制作好的视频也会放在这个。YouTube 微博我的微博是自知自爱自省，自知自爱自强自省。我的哔哩哔哩是什么呢？我的哔哩哔哩是这个 Bruce 爱旅行，谢谢大家，有任何疑问可以随时向我留言。我希望我的语速还可以